Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
And we just spent 2 nights here at Arya, and we feel like it's at a transition point where it's somewhere between overrated and underrated. And we're gonna let you try to decide.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Alright, so it's been a couple of years since we've been to Arya, and this time we were here on a comp stay based on casino gambling. If you want to know how much it takes to get a casino night here, I've got a different video for it, but you might as well assume that you're going to gamble about $1,000 a day.
We also were here on a Friday, Saturday night over a holiday weekend.
And we were in a king staywell room. This is not a suite, but I enjoyed it.
I did too, and there's a few options on the staywell that's a little bit different if you've never stayed in a staywell room at an MGM property. For one, there's vitamin C infused into your shower water.
There's an air purifier.
There's also a white noise machine, and then a
Tempur-Pedic mattress.
Yes, and a light that if you put the blackout curtains on would resemble sunrise. We did not use that.
Yeah. So a bunch of fluff.
Let's be real. Stay real well room. Yeah.
I don't think that it's like life-changing stuff. We just happened to be able to book it, so we did.
Yeah, and I don't think it's something we would have necessarily paid to upgrade for, but we got it. Yeah. We'll take it.
The room itself, there is a decent amount of outlets. Nothing crazy.
No.
You know, a lot of people give Arya grief because I think it's pushing 15 years old right now, and people think that it's a little bit dated. You know, I can actually see a curtain where you can see that somebody did have to like
sew up a tear.
Yeah, there's a couple tears that they've sewn up. So you can see there's some wear and tear going on here, but overall, I really like the Arya stays. I
do too. The other nice part about Arya that seems updated, but not updated to 2025, even 2026, would be that there's an iPad in the room, but it's not Alexa. So you're not asking Alexa, play music. It is just an iPad with pieces on it. There's also the option of opening the shades on the wall, where you can open the sheer or the shades. There's some wear and tear on the blackout shade itself. It doesn't necessarily close all the way. Nothing that affects our stay.
No, and I think that the bathroom is nice. It does have a little private area for the toilet, and the tub shower area is nice and large. We did have a little bit of a water pressure issue on the sink, but overall it was really nice. Yeah, and there's decent number of pillows. I think it was good.
And back to the bathroom, it's dual sinks, so it's 2 people getting ready. It's easy. I agree with Josh. The bathtub into the shower was very, very nice.
Yeah, and there's lots of closet space.
The other nice part about the bathroom is the amenities come in not single, they're multi-use.
Is that nice?
Bottles. I don't mind it. I would like to know, leave a comment down below. Is that a problem? I don't mind that it's multi-use products.
I used to really enjoy the single-use products. It made me feel special because I would take a lot of them.
You were the only one using them?
And I would take them home with me.
Okay.
But, you know, Arya products is never something that I really did take a lot of, so I don't have a problem with it, but I don't know that it's a plus.
I also like the fact that there's lotion, body wash, shampoo, and conditioner. It's all separate.
Agreed.
Before we go any further, look down at the bottom of your screen and see if you're subscribed. It's totally free and helps us out. The channel features an ever-growing number of hotel reviews, restaurant reviews, and experiences through our travels.
Would you believe that more than 75% of our views come from non-subscribers? Let's fix that by getting you on board right now and help us get to 75,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
All right, casino floor. Casino floor is massive.
It is massive, and I tell you what, this weekend it seemed so busy.
It was very, very busy. I know everybody's talking about Vegas is dead. I didn't think so at Arya.
The entire vibe of the casino was busy.
Yes.
From when we got here Friday night until even just now on a Sunday afternoon, it is busy down there.
Yeah, I think that Arya definitely does a very good job with table games. The table games tend to be very busy. Now, there's always a section where it's not completely busy. They might not even have the games going, but it feels like they have almost double the table games that we do see at some of the other MGM properties. You did say that the minimum bet was
$25 on a Sunday afternoon.
Not very good.
No.
You know, it's hard for a lot of regular players to do, but they did have a decent spread of slot machines from old to new. The new, you're not getting as many games, as you would at some of the other properties, probably like Fontainebleau, Venetian, Wynn. I think those are going to be a little bit newer stuff, but they do have some old things which I like to play.
I would say the other cool thing about the casino floor here at Aria is they do have a dedicated poker room that is constantly busy.
It is.
Every time we've been here, even walking through. And they have a really cool sports bar.
It's true. And back to the poker game. During the World Series of Poker, I saw that they even had games outside of the poker room.
Extended it?
Yeah. So there's a lot of poker going on here if you're into that. The drink service was surprisingly good. I feel like for years, Arya has been notorious for bad drink service. But today, when we probably spent the most time in individual areas, we got very good drink service without too much rush or too much delay, which a lot of times you would see 20 minutes for a drink before. Today, it was within 5-10 minutes.
It was really good. It felt like it worked well with the timing of our gambling.
I agree.
If that makes sense.
From a dining perspective, Arya has always been one of my favorites. Like probably
Hands
top
down.
3 or top 5 hotels here in Las Vegas. And, you know, we haven't done a lot of restaurants here because we did them all when we first started coming to Vegas. One of our favorite restaurants is Javier's. It is expensive Mexican food, but it has some of the best margaritas and enchiladas that you can find.
Now, saying that, at this moment in 2025, we're talking the fall, there are 2 restaurants that are closed, and that actually leads to a little bit of an odd spot in the lobby check-in area of Aria. There used to be a Julian Serrano tapas place, Catch, and then most recently was Cathedral, and now Julian Serrano and Cathedral are closed, kind of leaving it only open to Catch, which is a great restaurant, but it also feels like it's missing something down there.
I don't think it misses anything because I don't think Julian Serrano was something that people were constantly going to, and Cathedral never caught on.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Cathedral was not here very long. Catch has been here for a couple of years. Has a very good brunch. You can do some sushi there. Where most of the restaurants for Arya excel is upstairs.
That's true.
You're talking John George Steakhouse, Carbone, and Bardot Brasserie, which are 3 places that have been there for a long time. And I think those are the cornerstones to restaurants here at Arya. I don't think missing out on tapas and Cathedral is missing or is a problem. There is an Indian restaurant coming to one of those lobby locations, and I think Arya is going to be even better by the end of the year.
In addition, on the 2nd floor, they have Salt and Ivy, which is a breakfast lunch spot. I'm not sure if they serve dinner. We've never looked. And they also have the Aria Food Hall. So that was a different perspective.
Which the food hall is, it's a more cheaper option, but it's not cheap.
I was going to say,
Let's
I
not
don't know
pretend.
about the cheap part.
We did eat there Friday night. We got in around 11 p.m. or just before 11 p.m. before it closed. We got 2 chicken sandwiches from 2 different restaurants, one of them with a fry and a soda, and it was $58. So don't think that the food hall here is going to be very cheap. It was decent.
In addition, because they have a food hall, they don't have a buffet.
Right,
So
it's the old buffet spot.
Yeah, if you're staying at Aria, you're not going to have a buffet.
Yeah, and they do have breakfast there, though. We do enjoy that. Otherwise, your breakfast options is Aria Patisserie, which is always a nice pastry spot, and you can get some coffees down there. You could get some chocolates and gelato. There is also Posh Burger and Moneyline Pizza, which are decent mid-tier pricing, but it's more served like food court style.
Pretty much what we're telling you is if you want something to eat at Aria, you'll find something to eat at Aria.
Yes.
There are multiple options.
On top of that, there is a Starbucks here. It is almost always busy.
Always busy.
But that's going to be one of your major coffee spots as well as downstairs at the Aria Patisserie. Our big tip is there's basically 3 lines at the patisserie, one at the ice cream side, one at the sandwiches and pastries, and one directly in the middle that sometimes you have to walk through a line to get to, but there's almost never anybody there. If you go ahead and walk in where there's like some macarons and then go to the right, you'll get your coffee much faster rather than waiting in the big long line. All right, the pool, I think we're kind of torn on.
I wouldn't say torn. I would say we disagree on it.
Yeah, that seems torn to me.
Yeah, okay.
It is a nice pool.
I like it. It's not loud. There's not a bumping DJ. It's shaded. It has multiple areas for seating. And again, it's not very busy.
Yeah.
I think that's why I like it.
It's not a destination pool.
True.
I think that there's definitely better pools in Las Vegas. But the nice thing about it is, yes, it's not busy. I do like the fact that there's trees everywhere, so there is shade if you want that. There are 3 main pools. One of them is for Sky Suites, and then there are 2 other ones. There is also a club down there that you can go to.
Liquid IV, I think is what it's called.
I doubt the IV part. Probably liquid. I think that's a different product. Which, if anyone works for Liquid IV and wants to sponsor us, let us know.
There's also down there multiple hot tubs that are
Yes.
away from the pool, shaded, kind of private feeling.
They do seem nice. And there's also plenty of seating.
Yep.
The gym is probably the number 2 gym in all of Las Vegas that we have seen. Number 1 being Fontainebleau.
Agreed.
But the gym here was very, very nice. They also have a cardio center that we checked out, and it gets really hot.
It does.
But if you're going for sweat, you can definitely get it there.
The difference between the gym and the cardio center is the gym is open a certain amount of hours. I think it was about 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The cardio center, however, right off of the elevators on the promenade level from the guest elevators, was open 24/7. Again, difference in sizes. The main gym, as Josh mentioned, is one of the best we've ever seen here in Vegas.
Yes. As far as the nightlife goes, there's a little bit of a transition going on. It feels like one of the off-casino bars is closed down right now. I'm sure it'll be open within the next few months and maybe open before this video comes out. There is a lobby bar, which I've always felt weird about. We've been there before, and there's a small bar area and a huge space, which I feel like service can be a little bit slow. There is a bar right next to the cashier area, which can be more of a nightclub feel. There is also a sports book bar. It's pretty standard.
And you have the gem bar.
Gem bar, which is just off the casino floor. You do have gaming there. There is also a speakeasy. I believe it's called Easy Speakeasy or Easy Donuts.
Up behind the donut shop,
Yeah,
right?
we have not been there before. We've heard good things and bad things. So mixed options. Check it out for yourself. And there is a nightclub.
Yeah, JEWEL.
Which we are not big nightclub people, but you could be.
Yep. The overall vibe here at the Aria, I would say, is mid-40s to mid-60s. It's busy, it's exciting, but it's not overwhelmingly loud or obnoxious.
I feel like it's in a transition period right now because since MGM took over Cosmopolitan, I feel like there's been a little bit of a transition where people are trying to find their place.
A new home.
Yeah, so the luxury options for the MGM brand, which is like, I think it's 10 or 11 casinos on the Las Vegas Strip, is going to be Bellagio, Aria, and Cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan we really enjoy because it has balconies, but overall I might like Aria better from every other perspective.
Yeah, I agree with you. After thinking about it today, especially because we walked over to Cosmopolitan, I like the vibe at Aria better.
I do too.
Now, the casino for me has not been fruitful, so I've been losing my money, but I mean, that can go at any casino.
If we recorded this video 2 hours ago, I would have said the exact same thing. But I had a good run.
Yeah.
And so that kind of helped my spirits, and I'm a little bit happier with it. The other option being Bellagio, which...
Very classic Vegas.
Yes, and we're torn on it because it is a super iconic place, but I feel like it's almost too busy.
Yep.
And so of the 3 options, I feel like Aria is typically the least busy, but all 3 are going to be busy. They're going to be crowded because people want to stay at these 3.
Yep.
I think Aria is often the forgotten about piece behind those, though.
I could see that.
Depending on what you're looking for, I think that all 3 of them are great for different stays, and I've enjoyed my stay here at Aria, including the room and the casino floor.
Agreed. Now there are some perks, as we mentioned, to where the Aria is located. It's not mid-strip, but it's not South Strip either. Right?
Yeah, you can easily get to Bellagio or Cosmopolitan or straight to the Strip. It's a little bit of a walk to all of them, but it's not bad.
Especially since they built that new connecting bridge from Vdara to Bellagio and Cosmo.
Yeah.
That's been a help.
I agree.
There's also a tram over here in the Aria area that you can get to all these locations at, so it is accessible.
Sure, I think the tram is the worst tram there ever has been built, though.
Yeah.
It does not cut any time or distance for pretty much anybody.
True.
Even if you are at the Park MGM Aria entrance, going to Bellagio, that is about the only chances that you might save some time and effort. But otherwise, we have heard that it was built to give it this city center feel, which they did call it city center when it first was built. And I believe that. It looks nice, it looks neat, having a monorail running past the Aria sign, but it is not a convenient thing. It goes to crystal shops, which nobody goes to or needs to.
Yeah.
But I prefer just walking straight through to Bellagio, straight to Cosmo, or to Park MGM myself. Speaking of location, we do like to talk about where you can find some cheap things to get you through your stay. So there is Walgreens, CVS, ABC, all within walking distance, within a couple of blocks. You do not have to worry about that. There's one between Arya and Park MGM. There's one across the street by Paris. There is one across the street by Planet Hollywood. You don't have a problem with finding those things.
And if you're okay with a little bit of a mid-price on the cheaper things, there are multiple Sundries locations here in Aria as well. So you definitely don't want to pay the room cost for your waters. And if you don't want to walk to a CVS or Walgreens, the middle point is those Sundries.
Which is about double or 2.5 times the cost if you were to go over to ABC or Walgreens or CVS.
But
so
it is
just know
convenient.
That. It is convenient. You pay for convenience.
Yep.
There is no show here at Aria. There used to be a couple different shows. I personally had seen Zarkana by Cirque du Soleil and the Elvis show by Cirque du Soleil. Both of them were good and no longer here. There's more conferences that they do here now.
Do they even have a theater tent?
I would assume that they either like walled it up or turned it into conference space.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
I think the big question is, Josh, would you come back to Aria?
Absolutely.
Me too.
I had a good stay. For me personally, I'd probably put this over Bellagio, but I can understand when people choose Bellagio over it. I think they're in the same tier category.
I agree, and I would say for me, I would choose Bellagio simply because of the nostalgia, but between Cosmo and Aria, I'd probably pick Aria.
All right.
So
that is a surprise.
I was like, this is our middle ground, because you would probably pick Cosmo.
Yeah, I feel like it's in a weird spot right now. And if they do come in and start upgrading the rooms, which I've heard that they might, if that's the case, I think Aria is going to be, it's going to have a bit of a...
It's going to boom.
Yeah, I think it's going to come back.
I agree.
All right, on that note, we are headed over to Venetian, so if you like this, maybe you'll like our review of Venetian. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. All our links are down below.
Later.